All right, here we are, Awaken Realms next 2025. I was about to watch this and I thought, why not throw it on and kind of give you my live reactions? I'm not even sure if this will get posted, but I'm going to record while I watch it and see what happens. Let me know if you like it in the comments. If not, keep it to yourself.
When creativity meets discipline, magic happens. Imagination fuels us. Hard work drives us.
Check out the Awaken Realms drip. Who's running to the store?
When passion takes over, barriers disappear.
I applaud the effort, though. I like it. Kind of looks like Cyberpunk. I need that sword. My kids might steal it and kill each other, but it looks pretty dope.
Welcome to the grind. Let's change the game together.
Okay. We're starting with the dramatics. I like it. I like the professionalism here. Sweet animation.
Hello and welcome to Awaken Realms Next 2025 edition, and this is an event where we want to share with you our plans, our company, our team, and most importantly our passion for games, because this is why we are all here. Sit tight, hopefully you will enjoy a lot of really cool announcement this year. But as usual, before we'll go to the first announcement, let's start with a quick recap of 2024. It was a year of a lot of really cool crowdfunding projects we did together, and also a lot of delivered projects that hopefully you have a lot of fun with. So, yep, let's roll the summary.
I did. Got a bunch of them surrounding me now. Don't know what that is. Lords of Ragnarok. That's one I gotta play. Don't have it. Need to play it. Played the crap out of this game. I have it sitting right next to me. It's sorted, ready to play. I think it might be next on my list. Grim Coven, I am excited for. Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin, never played. Interested. Puerto Rico, good game, kind of nasty. That is, I actually broke that out last night and sorted it. I'm up in the air. Should I play Tamashi or ISS Vanguard? Lands of Evershade, never played. Stalker, I passed on, but I keep hearing good things. Do I need to go back? Throw it up in the comments if I need to play Stalker. It's odd that there's no mention of Dragon Eclipse. I mean, maybe because it's just delivering now.
My favorite game from Awaken Realms is always,
which is great. Go watch that review. Just dropped.
Right now. You know, the project we are developing at the moment always seems to be the most exciting, shiny
I could see that.
Ever, full of potential, and that's why.
But do you ever hate the game you're working on? Is my question. Which one did you hate the most working on?
The game I'm developing at the moment. So when I was developing Kings of Ruin, I would tell you that Kings of Ruin is the best game in the world. Now I'm working on Lands of Evershade, and I will tell you that Lands of Evershade
you have no
is the best
credibility
game
at
in
all.
the world. But I
Just
know
kidding.
that in a year or two, my answer will probably change.
That's fair. My favorite games are always
2024
changing.
was quite a wild year. A lot of stuff happened. Thank you very much for all the support. Thanks to you, we are able to make all of that happen. But let's go to our first announcement, and this one is really special. One of our oldest board game that we want to revisit, and also one of the ones that we are most proud of. So let's just go into it.
This one has always intrigued me. God, I'm seeing all this stuff. There's so much Awaken Realms I've not played yet. Second edition, this might be my excuse to jump in. Is this co-op or just solo? How does this work? I like the cover. It gives me some Last of Us vibes. All right, we're gonna deluxify it, I think.
This War of Mine, the board game, is based on the legendary video games created by 11-bit studios. And there's a good reason
I had no idea this was a
for
video game
to be legendary, because
Maybe I
whereas
should start
majority
there.
of the other video games and board games is talking about conflict from the perspective of a soldier, a general, you know, all those heroic, epic combat things, where this War of Mine focuses on bringing you as a player into the shoes of everyday civilian, just trying to survive the city.
So
under siege.
moody. Check out that
So
art.
it focuses on a totally different side of military conflict, and it brings you this very heavy perspective, very
the
traumatic
kids
experience.
drawing on the side of the
and
tank.
Yeah, it is a very, very heavy game, but I also think that it's extremely important game.
Is it based
to
on a particular
revisit,
conflict?
Bring back, especially in a nowadays world. The author of the board game, Michał and Jakub, has crafted not only a great board game per se, you know, it has a good mechanism, a lot of cool story, and all of that, but also it is like even more so an important experience. It is heavy, but it is really worth to go through it to kind of learn those stories. There was a lot of learning when we were working on it. There was like, we read a lot of journals, we need a lot of literatures, a lot of memories from the people who lived through those traumatic experiences. And we wanted to put you as a player into this world to kind of give you this extra perspective. So this War of Mine, the board game, will go as a second edition. This was one of our first games, so there's like a huge list of things that we know that we can do better. From
I like that.
components, definitely we can do a lot of components.
I love that being my
upgrades,
entry
up to,
point.
You know, rules adjustments, polishes, and UX and gameplay. So there's like a bunch of things that we can do to make the whole experience in general better. So that's the.
For those of
one
you that have
reason.
played,
And
does it need a second
also
edition?
The second reason, in the campaign you'll have an opportunity to get all the previous content that you might have missed, and maybe some new content. I don't want to spoil too much, but there are things in preparations. So make sure to follow the campaign page now on GameFound.
All right, you got me.
It will launch in Q2 of this year. And also make sure to share your feedback. We'd love to hear from you, what you liked, what you didn't like about the original game, what would you expect from the campaign, what would you like to see more from us in this campaign. Definitely love to hear your thoughts. It would be great to, you know, come back together and craft an experience, like an amazing experience. And with your feedback, I'm sure we can do an amazing second edition of This War of Mine, the board game.
We decided to make a new version of This War of Mine because this game is a foundation of modern Awaken Realms, one of the most important titles that we did. And as time is passing, we think that the game needs a new edition with brand new components, but with the same
There it is, new
heartbreaking
components.
story.
Before we'll go to our second announcement, let's take a small break and see the Awaken Realms team. It's over 200.
All right, we're gonna get to the next
people
game. I'm
that
gonna fast forward.
without
You can
them,
go back
we
and
will
watch
not
this
be
if you
able to
want.
create all those awesome games. Every day they put ton of work, ton of passion, ton of
And you know,
special edition series.
All right, here we're back.
Time for a change of setting and a next installment in our special edition series. And this is a series where we bring back one of the best games ever created in the absolute ultimate best editions you can have. An absolute component grandiose.
Okay.
This one, I think you'll be surprised.
Okay.
The announcement.
Farms? I think I know what this is. Okay. I love it. I love that edition. I play the crap out of it. Play it all the time. Beautiful. Puerto Rico. Yep. We're going to see how that delivers. I'm sure it'll look just as good. All right. I got some Western music in the background. This is exciting.
How's Agricola like?
What?
It's good.
But man, Agricola just ascends above all the other Euro games out there.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, but Agricola is good.
It's a very nice, very tight worker placement game.
We're gonna say yes, Agricola is absolutely worth playing.
It is. Agricola is great. It's like I just talked about this in a recent video. It was like my fifth or sixth game I actually ever played. Felt it was a little heavy for my journey at that point, but still like it. Agricola Special Edition. All right, I'm in. This is what I'm looking for. I've been looking at that. What is it, the 25th anniversary edition?
Agricola. That one is pretty cool because not only it is one of the top 100 games of all times, one of the best games created, but also
now I got to go play it on BGA again. Remind myself,
which is cool. But also for me personally, it was a game that I was able to play with my parents when I was younger, and in a way that we would have fun, because I'm a huge power gamer, and whenever there's like a competitiveness around it and my parents are not power gamers, you know, we wouldn't have a
power gamer. I've never heard that before.
You know, I could power game my farm and to kind of like maximize those crops and, you know, don't destroy others' experience. So spent a lot of time with Agricola, and that
showing
is
the
why
art process. It's not
extremely
just
excited
AI
to
out there,
make
you
sure that we
trolls.
bring it as a special edition. And just to kind of like give you our philosophy on special editions, something that we did with Castles of Burgundy and now working on Puerto Rico. Our idea is not to just add, you know, miniatures and bunch of components to clutter the game. It's just the opposite. We want to elevate the gameplay with the components. So obviously we want to.
I'm excited for this one. I think this is going to be cool.
Beautiful and absolutely stunning on the table.
My wife hated the way
also spent a lot
the
of
OG
time
one
thinking
looked,
and playing and testing the
and
components
she just
to make sure
equated that with
the
it being
changes that we
boring.
make in the
So
layout
I'm
of the
excited.
game or the UX will enhance the gameplay, introduce a lot of quality of life that will make easier, you know, flipping the components and moving cards and doing all of that.
Yeah, it's pretty fiddly.
And all of that goes into this kind of like a final edition of this classic game, the best you can get, the gem in your collection that you'll be happy to put out and kind of relive all the awesome memories that you had from the original Agricola. So this is something that we are very passionate about to, you know.
I think I better do an Agricola review leading up to this.
One of the best games ever created, basically, and give them a second life, like the best, the final.
Does it hold up is my question. I haven't played it in a long time.
And you can expect a lot of best quality components. You can expect a lot of quality of life upgrades, maybe some balancing, and components that were missing. And also you can expect some new content that I don't want to spoil.
Love that.
But
I love the
if you
extra
will
stuff
follow
from
the
Castle of
campaign,
Burgundy.
that is right now on GameFound. You know, we'll be sharing you with news. We'll also ask about your feedback, what you liked, what you don't like, what you would love to see. So definitely something that we would love to kind of like keep the
Those comments are always
with
fun
you. So
to
make
read
sure to
on the
follow
past
campaign,
campaigns.
now
A lot
on
of passionate
GameFound.
fans of these
But there
classics.
is also one small more thing.
This. What is
Life on the
this?
farm is simple, not easy.
What?
We plow, we sow, we tend, we harvest.
Is this a joke? Is this April Fool's? Agricola Dead Harvest. Oh my. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. What on earth could this possibly be? Zombies mode for Agricola?
So this is a new standalone game.
Okay, I thought it would be an
Agricola.
expansion.
I'm pretty excited that this is happening. Kind of very surprised, but we're here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're all surprised.
So we had this crazy idea where we were like, okay, like, you know, Agricola is super cool games, but what if we would take it and also add a little bit of Awaken Realm-ish kind of dark side to it and kind of join it together.
I can't imagine
and
how they're
kind
going to
of, like,
implement
bought
this.
the idea of the lockout, and they say like, yeah, let's do it, and we're like, awesome, okay, let's go. So we're here, and I am extremely excited to announce this project because it will be like a standalone expansion, standalone game based on Agricola that will, yes, has the aspect of managing the farm and all that comes with it, but it will be managing a farm during a zombie apocalypse. So
Imagine this becomes the best version of
so
Agricola.
the game will be totally new game, a little bit more heavier.
Oh, okay, I like
In
that.
terms of the gameplay, much heavier in terms of the team.
Certainly.
But I think that it will be pretty cool thing to do. Really excited about, bringing this kind of concept of.
I can't wait to see what the reactions are to this. I have a feeling they are going to be quite varied. I think this is going to be a polarizing move here. But I'm here for it. I like it. I like something new. I like the idea that it's heavier. I've always been a zombie fan. Some might say they're played out. I will always take more zombies.
Farm management in the zombie apocalypse world. I think it's awesome. I'm really excited to be working on it. This campaign will launch in 2026. But we decided to announce it together because one,
so it's a separate campaign.
Agricola, so it will be cool also to announce this together. And second, I'm kind of a little bit too excited.
So
to
far
wait
out,
a
does
whole
it
year
actually come to
with an
fruition?
announcement, so I just wanted to kind of like tell you all about it. The campaign, as I said, will launch in 2026, but the draft page is up and live right now. So
I need more
make sure
info.
To follow the campaign. There will be a bunch of updates. We'll
Don't
be,
make me
again,
wait a year. I need
talking
more.
with you, asking about your feedback, reading all the comments. Maybe you have some awesome ideas that you can implement and together create something really special. So yeah, make sure to follow and share your feedback.
Why we are doing this? Because we want to show this
That's what
great
everyone's
game,
asking.
which is Agricola, to our standard backers, our people who backed games like Tainted Grail, SS Vanguard, which like this Ameritrash vibe, I think.
Our third announcement is something totally new and fresh, and also much darker, a true horror experience. This is a topic that we like to go into, so check out the third announcement.
Okay. We went from zombies to something darker.
Ladies, gents, the enemy took over an abandoned asylum.
Interesting.
A group of visionaries answered the call of the empty halls.
Lookouts report chanting and ominous lights.
Cthulhu?
Echoes of suffering reverberate with power.
We still have time to save them.
The asylum will soon open like a festering wound.
Give me some Resident Evil
Area
vibes
around
here.
The asylum seems abandoned.
They lurk below the asylum, ready to follow the scent of blood.
We've received reports of citizens gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
True power requires sacrifice.
What is this?
Enough chat. Prepare, ladies and
The
gents.
hunger rises.
You are a shield that protects from what doesn't exist.
You are nourishment. Fuel that will open the gate.
Remember your training.
Humans are powerless.
you might need to awaken the forbidden.
It is already awake.
Hmm?
You are below.
You are prey.
Bureau of Exorcisms. The Asylum. Very cool. This new IP? Definitely Resident Evil vibes.
This is the game designed by Thomas Holek, author of one of the best board games published last year, SETI.
Oh, I love SETI. What a departure.
We knew that this is the game we really want to work on it because it is thematic, it is a horror, and it was just great gameplay design, and we were like, oh yes, this is something that we definitely want to work on with. We have a good experience with bringing horror thematic experience after Nemesis, so we decided to jump right into it, and this is how.
How did this come from a SETI?
It will have like a different.
So insane.
The base setting for the campaign will be an asylum, so you can expect a lot of crazy horror designs, creatures, but also like a very cool, dense theme throughout the game. As a players, you will be fighting crazy monsters, you will be performing rituals, you will be traveling between two worlds. So a lot of fun, but I will let Thomas talk about gameplay a little bit more. I will just mention that the campaign page is up. The campaign will happen between Q3 and Q4 this year. Make sure to follow it and make sure to let us know what you guys think and what would you like to see. And now let's go to Thomas.
Hello, my name is Tomáš Holek and I'm thrilled to announce my latest project, Below Asylum, an action horror cooperative game developed with the fantastic team at Awaken Realms. I'm the designer of SETI, Galileo Galilei,
what a
and
departure.
Garden, and with Below Asylum I'm taking the next step into a new genre of board games that I'm excited
gotta play
to dive into.
Galileo Galilei.
As the game is still in development, I can't go in too many details about the mechanics just yet, but I can share some of the exciting elements we are working on. In Below Asylum, players are exorcists from the Bureau of Exorcism, Liminality and Occult Warfare, called to an old asylum where horrific experiments have unleashed evil. Your mission is to rid the asylum of this darkness. The game's core mechanic revolves around traveling between two worlds. The first is the familiar asylum, but increasingly dangerous, while the second world is darker, more dangerous, and full of greater threats. As you venture deeper in this second realm, you draw closer to death, but also grow stronger. The two worlds share the same shape,
Death may
but
die.
feature different layouts.
Mechanic
and
there.
The travel between them can be used strategically to outmaneuver enemies or reach areas that would otherwise be inaccessible. This project is dream come true for me, and I'm honored to be working with Awaken Realms. I can't wait for you to experience it. And thank you for your support, and I hope you will join us in this descent
Very
into
interested
madness.
in how they deal with the two different dimensions.
2025 will be also a year we will be publish our biggest video game ever, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, our true open world RPG experience.
Maybe that's where I need to play it.
In Q2 2025, we've been working on it for a long time, a lot in the
I'll probably play that one on the channel, frankly.
Premiere will have both PC and consoles, so check it out.
Wow. First person, interesting.
I remember arriving on the shores of
Looks like Avowed,
That was the beginning.
but darker, of course.
We left the homeland to survive.
Definitely Elder Scrolls vibes here as well.
Home. We'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood.
Sort of looks like a mobile game. The rendering there, I don't know.
The Red Death returned like a spectre.
Like, is this a serious AAA title?
Once again, It began to devour our home.
I thought it would be turn-based. Still open to it.
And you? Why?
Oh, early access now. Yeah, I'll check it out.
So Tainted Grail will be our biggest video game premiere ever, so we wanted to do something special to celebrate it. So we have crafted a special collector's edition, since we have a lot of experience doing miniatures and physical stuff and shipping it to people. So the centerpiece of the collector's edition will be huge King's Arthur miniature and a lot of other cool components. So if this is something that
I didn't know it was an Arthurian game.
Whether you're a fan of collector's edition or Tainted
That
Grail
intrigues me a little more.
the video game, make sure to follow the campaign on GameFound and also share your feedback.
What I'm most excited about the upcoming release of Tainted Grail is to follow and read the experiences of all the players. I'm really curious about their reactions to some of the weirdest designs we prepared for them. There are still some things to see that weren't available in the early access, some interesting monsters and mysteries and characters that challenge what we consider to be normal or mainstream in this genre of video games.
One more smaller announcement that we have, and it is unique because, again, it's not for this year, but for 2026. But since the campaign will happen in
Debating me
Q1,
here.
we want to announce it now. And it will be another kind of special edition, but this one will be a bit different. So yep, let's check out the announcement.
Hmm? A little lighter vibe here, switching it up on us. Labyrinth.
Once upon a time, there was a labyrinth, a magical
Never played
place
this.
full of wonders and mysteries.
Oh, that's cool.
Those who had been there and came back told unbelievable
fun.
stories of its ever-changing walls and shifting corridors. A mind-boggling challenge, indeed.
I'm guessing
that only
light.
the
Let me
bravest could
see.
tackle. But it was worth it, they say, as the dark nooks of the labyrinth hide real treasures. What are they? Who knows? The labyrinth waits there for you.
Labyrinth is one of the most well-known games from Ravensburger. It sold millions of copies around the world. And together with Ravensburger, we wanted to create something kind of special in terms of taking the game that was extremely successful in the mass market and make a little bit more gamer version of it with those pretty cool components. And I think that we managed to do that with really awesome 3D labyrinth and miniatures and a little bit of more gamer rule set. It is still very much on the lighter side. Janek, the designer that worked on the game, will talk more about it. I just wanted to say that the draft campaign page is up, so make sure to follow it, make sure to let us know what you feel, share your feedback. What I wanted to say is that this campaign will be in 2026, the Q1, but the draft page is up
1986 this
now
game
because
has.
it will happen
6.4 rating.
the next year. Awaken Realms next, so we wanted to take this opportunity to
Interesting
let you guys
approach.
know that it will be coming. And
Reprinting
also
these
check
games.
out,
I don't know if this is a classic, but
pretty cool. So,
certainly old.
Let's give it to Janek.
Hi, my name is Janek Truchanowicz and I'm a designer of Labyrinth Adventure Edition. In this Adventure Edition, we tried to make
Dope
something
sweatshirt.
different than we made in our previous games like Puerto Rico or Castles of Burgundy. We made campaign mode, which we will explore the world of the labyrinth, which is wrote by our famous writers.
I love that sliding
and
mechanic.
We will try to
totally
explore the
represented how
mechanism
labyrinths
which
kind of
will
change.
Learn from game to game.
Cool movie too.
Since the beginning of creation New Labyrinth, we try to make the game for every player, for the families, for the childs, and for the hardcore players.
I love how they continue to show art in
we
process.
Was testing on these groups, and each
Not
group
querying
have
AI.
Have found something for themselves. The core game, the campaign mode, the story behind that, and beautiful arts created by our artists. I'm really excited to show it all to you, and we will see that during the next months and during campaign, which we will see later. Hope you enjoy it, and see you during the updates.
If you buy everything on all these things mentioned, how much are you spending?
Labyrinth erfand, habe ich mir nicht träumen lassen, welch großer Erfolg das würde. Über 30 Millionen verkaufte Exemplare. Jetzt aber ist ein Traum in Erfüllung gegangen, den ich schon von Anfang an hatte. Ein großes, dreidimensionales Labyrinth mit richtigen Mauern. Ein Highlight der Labyrinth-Familie. Hier können die Spieler richtig eintauchen und Abenteuer voller Überraschungen erleben.
You know, we wanted to make a game that is aimed to more adult audience, and
So is this a kids game?
we wanted to combine
it's family.
something, you know, that how family could be entertained by it and have fun together.
Before we'll go to our final announcement, we'll take a super short break to see what campaigns are active right now on GameFound. Some really cool projects that you can still late pledge, so make sure to check it out.
Know nothing about Lands of Evershade. Looks like a lot of stuff. Yeah, Grim Coven I am in on. I'm a Bloodborne fan and it's giving me Bloodborne vibes. I really want to get my hands on this one. I see some people who got some prototype copies very recently, getting some stuff out there. I haven't watched any of it. I kind of just want to just be surprised. Classic Puerto Rico. I did some videos on that. Go check those out if you're interested. Looks like a crazy production, of course.
In working with board games, I like the most, I think, creating concepts for the world, the environment, and the characters. I like that we can let our imagination run wild. Also, I really like that we can show off with our illustrations and that they go directly to the players so they can give their feedback and say what they like or what they don't like, so we can correct it and they are happy with the final product.
Hi, my name is Krzysztof Piskorski and I am the lead writer and co-designer of Lands of Evershade. And I'm here to thank all of you for the enormous interest you've shown in the game during its crowdfunding campaign.
Do I need to be hyped on Lands of Evershade?
Is our brand new setting
It just missed me.
Developed for a long while, and we
Didn't
have
hit
a
my radar.
plan to support it in future with many new stories, adventures, and perhaps even new games. That's why it was incredible for me and the rest of the Lands of Evershade team to see engagement we had with you during the campaign, to see the number of your comments and to see all thoughts you've left under the updates. And I think I'd like to ensure you that nothing was lost. After the campaign was finished, we went back and read through all of your comments. We've analyzed the feedback from content creators, reviewers, and testers who played the
I have to
game
say,
in the meantime.
very impressed
In fact, we had
with
so
the
much
professionalism
feedback,
of this
it took us
company.
almost a week to go through everything. But as a result,
The production, the attention to detail.
For it, and no small improvement.
Clearly a company full of very talented and creative folks.
Right now, the team that works on Lands of Evershade has essentially doubled. We now have a second content team made up of veteran Awaken Realms content creators. So we are developing 2 major adventures at the same time. We have
Dashboard
new
reminds me of
artwork,
Iridia.
new 3D models coming in daily. And we have an ambitious schedule of external tests. In fact, some of these tests that will go through the adventures we are developing currently should start very shortly, late February, early March. We also have one more chance for players who missed out on the Lands of Evershade campaign. Pledge Manager is opening right now, so if you'd like to see what Evershade is about, this is your good opportunity to catch up. We will be notifying you about all the updates in the game development through GameFound updates, and I hope to see you again either in update comments or during the testing or when the final game launches, sometime late 2025, early 2026. Until then, thank you and see ya!
My favorite game from Awaken Realms. I think it's illegal to say it like this, but Lands of Evershade. It's not published yet, but I'm currently working on it. And if people, when they will play it, will have half of the fun I'm having when working on this game, it will be a hit. And I think it will be even better.
Time for our final announcement.
Here we go. How do they don't end with zombies in Agricola? I don't know.
Cutest game that we have ever made.
Oh,
really excited, really cool
I think
universe,
this is
really
fresh on my mind.
Currently, it's delivering to the players around the world. Right now, we're announcing the season 2, so let's take a look at the trailer.
Okay.
Let me tell you a story about a world you do not remember. A world we shared with others, folks similar to us, but not quite the same. And differences, you see, like wild beasts, like the elements themselves, are hard to tame and keep in harmony. The 2 nations thought they'd found a way to control them, turning their animosities into games and tournaments. The hatred was real, though. It couldn't be simply played with. It made them miss
sort of a
all the
spoiler for
warning
first
signs
game, by the way.
of a greater imbalance in the world. Would you turn a blind eye to the lands crumbling? Whole villages vanishing? Would you ignore the emergence of the Dragon Guardian
Is this more
itself?
epic than the first?
Well, they did. And this is what my story is about.
Yep. The Grand Quest. Interesting. I was a big fan of this game. They just dropped a review. Played 1 full campaign. I still have some more to explore there in an expansion.
Dragon Eclipse was a very unique game for us to design because we went for much lighter fantasy than we would normally go.
Kid-friendly,
I
would say.
Went for like a big focus on 1 to 2 player. It's extremely
Prefer it at
cute
1.
game. You have so many awesome looking mistlings to choose from.
Beautiful. Agreed.
You can have a really cool adventure mode with a very cool, very light story.
It was
also
very approachable.
Cool tactical combat that is easy to get into. And you're just roaming around this magical world, fighting mistlings, trying to tame them, care for them, and have these awesome adventures. But also, after you finished, you can play PvP with all the mistlings that you have, create your own deck, and test
so many
yourself.
possibilities too.
It is really cool to play yourself or with your families. And we're really happy about this world. We definitely want to develop it further. That is why we're announcing the season 2 of Dragon Eclipse. Right now, the campaign is delivering to the backers around the world, the English editions, and the response is really great. We're so happy to see so many people enjoying the game that we have created. we are announcing the game now, but it will only happen once all the backers will receive their pledges.
Appreciate that.
Language additions. So it will happen probably very end of Q4 2025. But the draft page of the campaign is live right now.
I'm excited to go back into this world for sure.
And also share your feedback. What would you like to see more? What you don't like, and what are your general thoughts? And now let's hear from Kamil, who is the creative director of the series. He'll have a little bit more insight into what is coming next.
Hey guys, my name is Kamil and I am a producer and one of the designers of Dragon Eclipse. As Martin told, we are going to show you the Dragon Eclipse 2nd edition. This time, the adventure, the story, happens about 1000 years earlier. So you can expect, and we are going to explain you, what happens with the first eclipse, how started the war between the humans and Fae, and we are going to bring the new elemental, Steel, and the dark story behind it. But what is really exciting is that the story is going to be built around the ground tournament. And by a ground tournament, I mean epic battles, duel between the tamers. I won't spoil everything.
Yeah, it's all right. Go watch Pokemon, you'll know.
Many new mistlings. The cute ones, the extraordinary ones, the strange ones, maybe the dark ones as well. What is really important for me is that the Dragon Eclipse is a gate created for you, but with you. What do I mean? I mean, we are reading your feedback, we are reading your comments, we are thinking about it and trying to implement that into the game. So feel free, write your thoughts, share with us your experience, and together let's create some awesome adventure epic board game with a Mistlings. Thank you very much.
So the favorite project that I had a pleasure working on, I think, is Dragon Eclipse, the foray into the Shadow Realm expansion, which
that's what I have not played yet.
Pleasure.
I think it's a couple
designing on my own
scenarios.
Had a very large amount of room to learn from.
Right, so one
I'm excited for
I
that.
also wanted to mention is Ludo Mentor app, something that we have created to help you assist during your plays. This is your AI assistant that will answer questions
pretty good.
you might have regarding
I prefer
the
Notebook LM
game
just
you
loading
play. So it is not there to teach
rule
you the
book.
game, but whenever you're playing and you're
'Cause I
not
use that for
certain
every
about
game
some
now.
rule or you don't know what to do, you can always
But it
ask
works,
it,
for sure.
even speak or write in your native language, and it should answer
That is
you
nice.
with a good response.
I tried it a couple times, it did.
And hopefully it will help the fluency of the play. You don't have to wait for someone to respond to you on BGG, and you know, make the game flow
That is
faster,
the future, though.
especially
Use
as some of
Notebook
our
LM.
games can be a little bit rules heavy,
Ask your
so that's
questions
why we
live.
thought that
It's great.
Will be actually something cool to do. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
The one thing I value the most working here is cooperating with many different people that do a lot of different stuff that we have to put together to make a final thing for you to see.
What I like the most about working with board games is seeing the evolution of the game from the prototype to final game, especially when I see game that is printed and it's no longer a file on my computer, but it's something that is real.
Right guys, so this is it for Awaken Realms 2025 edition. Thank you for being here, and also thank you for all the support throughout the years. 10 years, over 10 years of Awaken Realms, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of hard work, a lot of crazy projects, crazy stuff. It was quite a journey, and it's awesome to have you guys along in this journey. Hopefully a lot of cool stuff before us too. So make sure to check out all the GameFund campaigns that we have announced, and make sure also to share your feedback. We always love to hear what you guys think. That's it. Thank you very much and take care.
All right. There is a ton that this company is going through. What an ambitious lineup. Okay, I'm excited for a lot of things that are coming. Most importantly, right, the second Nemesis. I'm excited for Agricola. I'm excited for Agricola Zombies. Let me know what you think about Agricola Zombies. this War of Mine second edition. I think that's my entry point for sure. Dragon Eclipse, I just got done playing 25 hours. I'm less excited about it, but I mean, it's probably going to deliver in 2 years at this point if it's not going to go to crowdfunding until Q4. So at that point, I will absolutely be excited about that. What else am I missing? There was so much in there. Labyrinth, I thought that actually looked pretty cool. I got to go check that game out. A 1986 game that they're bringing back here. Regardless, that was pretty cool. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me and watching this, let me know. I don't know if I'll have many of these opportunities in the future because not many companies do this, but hats off to Awaken Realms for doing it, showing stuff off. It's one of my favorite companies. And if you made it this far, thank you very much. Maybe throw a like, subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. And until next time, have a great day.